Now let's take a look at chapter 1. In this chapter, we introduce the basic concepts of marketing. So let's take a look at the outline together. It starts with the question, what is marketing? Simply put, marketing is managing profitable customer relationships. The aim of marketing is to create value for customers and to capture value from customers in return. And then we are going to introduce some core marketing concepts. And next, we will discuss how new technology affects today's marketing environment. And then we are going to talk about 3 companies' orientations toward the marketplace. And finally, we will introduce marketing mix. So what is marketing? Most people think of marketing as selling or advertising. It is true that every day we are exposed to all kinds of TV commercials, direct mail offers. Every day in my mailbox, I receive a lot of direct mails, from different retailers, furniture stores, etc. However, selling and advertising are only part of a larger marketing mix. Today's marketing must focus on satisfying customer needs. So a simple definition of marketing is managing profitable customer relationships. And marketing must both attract new customers and grow the current customer base. So therefore, we define marketing as a process by which companies create value for their consumers and build strong customer relationships to capture the value from customers in return. And every organization must perform marketing, not just for profit companies, such as Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts, Burger King, etc. Even non-profit organizations, such as colleges, Louis University, hospitals, churches, must also perform marketing. So example 1.1 is a great example of building strong customer relationship. Dunkin' Donuts is quite customer-driven. It steadily updates its product mix, offers an extensive value menu to earn customer satisfaction. Because the company believes that customer satisfaction is job number 1. And also the company develops the mobile application, which is quite user-friendly. And their goal is also to earn customer satisfaction. Now let's take a look at some core marketing concepts together. Especially for those who don't have a background in marketing, these concepts will give you some basic ideas. The most basic concept underlying marketing is that of human need. Human need are states of fare deprivation. They include physical, social, and individual needs. In general speaking, needs are not created by marketers. They are the nature of human beings. So, if you're hungry, if you're thirsty, you need food and water. Wants are the form human needs take as they are shaped by different cultures and individual personality. So, for example, an American needs food, but he or she wants a Big Mac, right? So different people may have the same needs, but they want different products and brands to meet their needs, right? So, if you're hungry, some of you prefer American food, some of you prefer Italian food, or some of you prefer Japanese food. And, I can give you another example that can distinguish needs from wants. So, for example, if you need a new laptop, but you want an Apple MacBook, and if you have $1,000, you go to the Apple store, your wants become demands. So when backed by buying power, wants become demands. Okay, so I hope these examples make sense to you. They can help you understand the differences between needs, wants, and demands. And customer needs and wants are satisfied through market offerings. And market offerings are not limited to physical products. They also include services, right, such as banking services, airline services, hotel services, or test preparation services. And a brand name carries many associations in people's mind. So for example, right, when you think of McDonald's, right, which is a fast food restaurant, what is the image in your mind? Well, you probably have those brand images in your mind already, right? Hamburgers, fast food, right, as I just mentioned, and Golden Arches logo. So these are all the associations in consumers' mind. So most companies spend all their marketing efforts trying to build a market or a brand image with strong, positive, and unique brand associations. And now let's do a fun quiz together. Can you recognize the following different logos? Some of the logos you probably are more familiar with, while some of them you probably are less familiar with. So maybe we can send out this survey, right, to customers and analyze which brand actually has the highest recognition rate. And customers form expectations about value and satisfaction through market offerings, right? Through the products they buy. Satisfied customers will buy again and tell others about their good experiences, while dissatisfied consumers may switch to their competitors and disparage the product to others. So marketers must be very, very careful to set the right level of expectations. If they set the expectations too low, they may fail to attract enough buyers, right? So you cannot earn enough profits. And if they set expectations too high, buyers will be disappointed. So you probably will not have high expectations of quality of the products from Dollar Tree, right, where everything is $1, while you may have high expectations from the products from Pottery Barn or Williams Sonoma, right, which is high-end like furniture and retail store. So as marketer, right, you must be very careful to set the right level of expectations through your marketing efforts. And the market is the set of actual and potential buyers of a product. So this figure actually shows the main elements in a modern marketing system. So first of all, the company and competitors research the market to understand the consumer's needs. Then they send their market offers to consumers directly or through marketing intermediaries such as wholesalers and retailers. So basically each party in this system can add value. So for example, Walmart cannot fulfill its promise of low prices unless its suppliers provide low costs. So every party in this system can actually add value. And the market management is defined as the art and science of choosing target markets and building profitable relationships with them. As marketing managers, you must answer two very important questions. First of all, what customers will we serve? So in other words, what is our target market? Who is our target audience for the products? Are we target high income, low income, consumers, or are we targeting teenagers or adults? And second, how can we serve these customers best? Or what's our value proposition? Are we focused more on low price, or are we focused more on high quality? A company must decide who it will serve. It does this by dividing the market into segments of consumers, what we call market segmentation, and selecting which segments you will go after, what we call target market. And as marketing managers, right, you know that you cannot serve all customers at the same time, because by trying to do so, you end up not serving anyone well. Okay, so you need to identify who is your target audience. A large company may decide to offer a complete range of products to serve many market segments. So, for example, Abercrombie and Fitch, right, which is retailing, which is a clothing company, a clothing brand, targets college students, teens, as well as kids in 3 different outlets. The original Abercrombie and Fitch, right, Hollister, and Abercrombie. Right, so different brands, they target different audience. And consider another example. Honda has several brands targeting consumers from different segments. So for instance, its luxury brand Acura targets high-income households, while Honda targets middle-income professionals. And a company's value proposition is the set of benefits or value it promises to deliver to their consumers to satisfy their needs. So for example, BMW promised the ultimate driving machine, and where with Apple's iPhone, touching is believing. So such value propositions differentiate one brand from their competitors. And now let's take a look at some new marketing realities. Yes, today's big companies focus on mass marketing to all consumers. And today's companies are building deeper, more direct, and more lasting relationships with carefully selected target audience. So increasingly, they are actually using new communication approaches to build closer customer relationships, such as using blogs, online communities, and social networks. So I have a question for you guys. How marketers can actually use Facebook for marketing purpose? So for example, right, they can create fan pages on Facebook. Right, so you can become a fan of any brand, Apple, Coach, right, Coach handbag, or Louis flyers. So such fan page allows brands to better target each individual consumer. And this slide shows Honda's Pintermission campaign. The company actually has a very active presence in social communities like Facebook and Twitter, but they also run targeted campaigns on niche community such as Pinterest. So what did Honda plan? For its hashtag Pintermission campaign, it actually leveraged relationships with 5 of the most influential pinners on Pinterest. Right, these pinners are always on. They pin a lot of content, and each pinner has nearly 1 million followers. Right, so they are the influencers on Pinterest. So such campaign actually asks these 5 pinners to take a break. Right, that is to take a intermission from social media. Why would they? So in other words, what was the strategy to motivate these pinners to participate in such campaign? Honda actually paid and offered a price for the photos originating from the hashtag Pintermission. So photos had to be tagged in the hashtag Pintermission, and then they led back to Honda's website. So in this way, right, it allows Honda to measure the return on their social media investment. Okay, so link to this campaign, the video has been included in the appendix of the PowerPoint notes. Okay, so which also has already been posted on Blackboard. And given these new marketing realities, what philosophy should guide a company's marketing efforts? So now let's take a look at different marketing concepts. The selling concept is typically practices with goods that buyers do not normally think of buying, such as blood donations. And these industries must undertake a large scale of selling and promotion effort. And can you guys identify another brand or another company with the selling concept? I can give you another example, like Geico Insurance or State Insurance. You can see those insurance companies' advertisements, either on TV, radio, or magazines. So these industries really need to undertake a large scale of selling and promotion effort. And under marketing concept, customer value and satisfaction are the ways to sales and profits. So job is not to find the right customers for your product, but to find the right products for your customers. As Mr. Herb Kelleher, Southwest Airlines CEO, puts it, we don't have a marketing department. We have a customer department. And this figure distinguishes the selling concept from the marketing concept. The selling concept takes an inside-out view that focuses on existing products and heavy selling. So they just focus on their own products. The focus of selling concept is to sell what a company makes, rather than making what a customer wants. And the marketing concept takes an outside-in view that focuses on satisfying customer needs. And the societal marketing concept questions whether there's possible conflicts between consumer short-run wants and their long-run welfare. So companies should balance the three considerations in setting their marketing strategies: company profits, consumer wants, and the society's interests. So sometimes, companies following such concept may reduce the demand for their products if that is in best interest of society. So for example, the Body Shop, which is a cosmetic, beauty brand, uses only vegetable-based materials for its products. It is also against animal testing. So the company is actually following the concept of societal marketing. They care about our environment. Example 1.4 illustrates the considerations underlying societal marketing. So with respect to the societal marketing concept, Johnson & Johnson's credo stresses that putting people before profits. So consider this tragic case in which 8 people died in 1982 from swallowing pills of Tylenol, which is a famous J&J brand. Although J&J believed that the pills had been altered in only a few stores, it recalled all of its products immediately and launched an information campaign to reassure their consumers. So such recall actually cost the company $100 million in earnings. However, in the long run, the company's recall of Tylenol actually strengthened the consumer's confidence and loyalty. And today, Tylenol remains one of the nation's leading brands of pain reliever. So this case tells us that J&J would rather take a big loss than ship one of its bad products, because the management team knows that doing what's right can benefit both consumers and the company. So when you face similar reputation crisis, in the future, how are you going to deal with it? So I think J&J is a very good case to learn from. And the marketing program consists of the firm's marketing mix, which is a set of marketing tools the company uses to implement its marketing strategy. So marketing mix tools are actually classified into the 4 P's of marketing. A product, right, which involve all the packaging decision, design, sizes, warranties, returns, etc. And price decision, right, which involve different price strategies. And you need to think about your discounted prices, etc. And praise involve all the decisions related to distributions, assortments, locations, as well as inventory control. And finally, promotion, right? You need to think about sales promotion, advertisements, coupons, rebates, etc. So we are going to explore marketing programs and the marketing mix in much more details in the next few weeks. And to encompass the modern marketing realities, we actually update the traditional 4 Ps with the modern 4 Ps. So people, processes, programs, and performance. So people actually reflects the fact that employees are critical assets to marketing success, right? Especially with those software companies, right? Such as Google, Amazon, Microsoft, etc. Employees are actually the most important assets in the company. And processes reflect all the creativity, discipline, and structure brought to marketing management. And programs reflects all the firm's consumer-directed activities, encompasses the old 4 Ps, as well as a range of other marketing activities. And finally, performance captures a range of possible outcomes, such as profitability, as well as brands and customer equity. And customer relationship management is the most important concept of modern marketing. And CRM is defined as the overall process of building and maintaining profitable customer relationships by delivering superior customer value and satisfaction. So it deals with all aspects of acquiring, keeping, and growing customers. So basically, you don't want your customers to just buy once. You want them to stay with your brand. So therefore, it is all about customer relationship management. And this slide shows how we should build relationships with different types of customers. Basic relationships are often used by a company with many low-margin customers. So for example, P&G does not phone all of its tied customers to get to know them personally. Instead, it creates relationships through brand advertising and sales promotions. And full partnerships are actually used in marketing with few customers and high profit margins. So sellers want to create full partnerships with their key customers. So for example, P&G's customer teams work very closely with Walmart, Costco, Target, and other large retailers because they are the key customers of P&G.